So the Miami Heat is the most disrespected franchise there is right now. And shame on media, shame on me. All we've been talking about over the last several weeks, we've been talking about the 76ers. I can't tell you how many people have came up to me like, you guys are talking about James Harden again. You know, yesterday it was about Luka Doncic and how he was similar to Magic Johnson and the fact that when you leave the room, you feel like you're missing something that he's going to provide for the game. Or if it's Patrick Beverley talking about CP3, or if we're talking about if Jason Tatum has a seat at the table of the greats, if he's on the level 2 as opposed to level 1 of the VIP room. Nobody's talking about the Miami Heat. And here's where it's messed up, Max. Pat Riley is considered one of the top 10 greatest coaches in NBA history. History. He is one of the best, if not the best, executive in basketball right now, maybe in all of sport. You can have that conversation.
One of the greatest executives in the history of sports.
Right?
Yeah.
Won 5 world championships.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra has won 2 world championships. Now, people minimize Espo because, anybody could win with LeBron James and D. Wade and Chris Bosh. Okay, manage those strong personalities each and every day.
Went to 4 straight.
We keep seeing how LeBron, David Blatt isn't the answer. Okay, that could have been easy for Eric Spoelstra if you didn't have a guy like Pat Riley looking over and saying, no, LeBron, this is the way we're going to do it. So the culture is built in, and the in-game adjustments for Espo is off the charts. He is the best coach in basketball right now. So you have potentially the best executive in all sport, the best coach in basketball, and then championship pedigree. You have P.J. Tucker. He won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. You have Kyle Lowry, even though he's not playing. He won a championship leadership-wise, culture-wise for the Toronto Raptors. And you have Jimmy Butler, who is probably playing the best out of everybody in the playoffs right now. Now, I know he's not a top 5 guy, but this is a top 5 team. And we get over infatuated with guys like Jason Tatum and guys like Luka and guys like Stephen Curry. And Stephen Curry and Golden State, it's all deserving. But, man, we got to start getting infatuated with teams. And that's what the Miami Heat is. They are a team.
Let's take this one at a time. First of all, here's how I would respond to your theory. We're going to hear from Nick Friedel in a second, ESPN NBA reporter. I want to play you something. But when you say the Heat are the most disrespected franchise or team, right? I don't think Pat Riley's being dissed. Spoelstra maybe a little bit is underrated, right? Or the rest of the team, people recognize them as deep and excellent. Tyler Hero off the bench, that's maybe the best 6th man, right, if you see him that way. And Bam is really, really good and this and that. Really what it comes down to is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is being disrespected by me, by you, by everyone, right? And I think there's a reason for that, Jay. We are so enamored with the idea of potential, right, as a sports culture. American sports culture. We want to know what's next. We want to know, oh, my God, this guy is already this good, and he's only 12 years old. He's only 18 years old. Can you imagine? Because it captures our imagination, right? That is more titillating to imagine what someone can become, given how great he is already, than just observing someone who's already there. Jimmy Butler did not come into the league. Oh, my God, already at 18, he's the most incredible. He came in as a defensive stopper. Then he's a guy, he can play defense, and he could drop 20 sometimes. Then he's a guy who averaged 20. Then he's the best player on a team. Then he's the best player on a team that makes the finals. Step by step by step, he's gotten better when it matters most, especially in the playoffs. But he's never been the guy who makes you think unlimited possibility, and we would rather contemplate Anthony Edwards and these kind of guys than a guy who's actually already doing it.
You know what it is, Max? It's like when you see Luka pull up, Luka pulls up in a Ferrari. When you see Steph pull up, like Steph pulls up like in a dope new technology like Tesla, right? Like it's like when you see Jason Tatum pull up, he may be pulling up in a Rolls Royce, but when you see Jimmy pull up, he's pulling up in a Hummer, man. It's rugged. It's real. It's not as shiny. It's going to grind you out. The dude's averaging 29 points, over 50% shooting from the field.
You said I know he's not top 5. If you're top 10 to 15 normally, in the regular season, which barely counts, really, because 10 out of 15 teams in each conference make the playoffs. And then once the playoffs start, you're top 5. What are you really?
That's true.
What are you really? Right? You want the dude who comes through in the clutch.
Who comes through when it matters the most.
Here's Nick Friedel, ESPN NBA reporter on SportsCenter, on that very point about the Heat being doubted.
They know who's counting them out. They know who's writing them off, and they're using it as fuel. But their belief in themselves is unbelievable. This is a team that has the heart of a title contender, and they know in order to get to where they want to go, they've got to go through the Celtics. And Jimmy Butler channeled his personal Ric Flair and saying, in order to beat the best, you got to go through the best to make it happen. All that was missing was a woo at the end. But the Heat are ready, and they know they can get it done because they know that Jimmy Butler is playing at the highest level of his career.
So, Max, you know that old line, well, you don't have to worry. Don't worry about what the media says. You know, keyword, like, don't read social media. Get out of here. Yeah. We are the most petty people on the planet. Do you know when I was in college, I would have 13 to 20 articles of all the negative things that people said about me. And every day before my ass went into the gym, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Because when you ask me for an interview, I'm probably going to look away.
I didn't say it.
None of those
articles quoted me,
It's going to drive me. So my thing is, like, all these, we all have rabbit ears, right? Yeah. If that's LeBron James responding back to people, KD, we see it all along. Stephen Curry joking around with people. Even with Victor Oladipo, where it's like, you know, I think Skip Bayless said something like, Jimmy Butler doesn't want to play with Victor Oladipo. Then he comes up on the post presser and jokes around like, oh, I don't like to play with Jimmy, and slaps Jimmy on the way out. These guys are paying attention to all that. All of it. So every time we talk about other people other than them, they're like, thank you. This fits our narrative and our motivation.
You know what else I think is important? Just as anyone who's public facing, right? You can get criticized. I've experienced this. You've experienced it, just even in the media. And if the criticism you feel is on point, because no one's perfect and you're aware of your own flaws largely, right? You go, okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
They're right about that. I need to work. Even if they just basically have a negative disposition toward me, that's a good point.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.